Boom.
What's up, everybody? Nigeria Chambers here at WonderCon 2024, and I'm with the man right here.
My name is Brandon Mendez, production designer for Flamin Hot.
So I want to start off really quickly with something I feel is super important. I know you kind of touched upon it a little bit at the panel, but it is representation.
Yeah.
Being a part of that cast and having a almost entire Latino cast, both in front and behind the cameras there. How special was it to be a part of that project? And what was some of those communal conversations amongst everybody creating that special moment?
Yeah, I mean, it was really awesome. I think Eva orchestrated just a tremendous cast and crew, with that kind of being the authenticity being her North Star, and we kind of all fell in line with that. Yeah, it was great. Great conversations. I mean, I was showing pictures of my father when we were, I was interviewing for the project. I know Elaine, who was our costume designer.
Yeah.
Her family had worked in the fields, was very relatable to her. And often, more times than not, we would be in a powwow circle looking at photos, trying to relate the story to us. And I think it's a rarity. It's probably my first time that I've been on a crew where it was predominantly Latino.
I love it. I love it. And while that's a monumental moment for last year, we want to make sure we continue to have that representation in Hollywood as we continue to have great films such as Flamin Hot, which was so inspiring. For you and the message behind the film, what did that do for you in your career?
It was a huge moment for me. It was my first studio film, so I have that to kind of put a notch under my belt. It was with Searchlight. It was with a company who I've looked up to and who I've been watching their movies as long as I could remember. It kind of touched all the knots, and it also was, like you said, it was relatable, and I felt empowering to be able to tell a story of someone who could be relatable in my community, and that's a rarity.
Yeah. Funny moment at the panel was hearing about the research and digging deep in the YouTube, shall I say. And sometimes I could go a very bad way, but this was a success story. I want you to share that story for the audience here.
Yeah. So, the factory, being that it was a period factory, we couldn't rent any of the factory pieces. We had to construct everything. We were hitting roadblock after roadblock. We couldn't figure out what they really looked like. We had these vague photos, and we weren't getting the answers from Frito-Lay. They were very, contract, can't tell us.
Yeah.
They'd be, that's close, maybe not. But we had stumbled across this young girl who, in the early 90s, had gone to the Frito-Lay factory and had recorded it for a school project and had posted it online. And we kind of used that as our guiding star. Like, everything was there. Like, we saw, there's the factory, there's the tumbler, there's the extruder. We saw it all on camera, and we were able to model everything off of that.
Yeah.
We're really lucky.
Were you able to communicate with her or have her a part of this at all?
No, she was just she posted it online, and we had found it, and we were like, here it is. And we hit the ground running after that because we were in a pinch. We had about 2 months to build that entire factory.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you, make sure I get the number correct here, 108 sets?
Yeah, 108 sets.
What does that mean for anybody who may not understand the scale of this?
I think for the project size and the scope of it, 108 sets is it's a very strong reach, and obviously Eva had an idea with Federico Cantini, our DP, and there was a concise plan to execute this.
Yeah.
And it was just one of those things where you felt the heat. Like if someone was off, the whole project was off. So, in the pacing of the film, obviously, there's so many beats. Kind of Andrew McCabe. She was kind of going with that. So, it worked out, but it was tough.
Yeah, most rookies when they come to bat, they only hope to just get the first base. It's like you said, I'm going to hit this over the fence. Swing big or go home, right?
There you go.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't ask. Future upcoming projects. You might be able to hint at wink. I won't want anybody getting in any trouble here, but anything that we should be looking at.
Right now, I am in commercial world. We just got out of the strike, so I'm starting to see some scripts, starting to read some stuff. Hopefully, something comes to light, and kind of go from there.
All right. Well, listen, I appreciate the time today.
Thank you.
Flamin Hot is available. You can check it out on Hulu. I truly think for anybody who's looking for an inspiring film, maybe you're sitting on the couch, maybe you got this project you're just not sure what you want to do with. This is a story really about betting on yourself, and the representation on it is something I'm always going to champion. So hopefully we get a lot more of that.
100%.
But thank you so much for your time today.
Good to meet
Absolutely,
you.
buddy. Yes.
Thank you.
I keep